Alright, what's up everybody? This is Zacharias. We are back with more of Avadon 2, The Corruption. So let's go ahead and continue on here. And I just saw this note right here when I loaded the game. During a difficult fight against a powerful enemy, watch the top of the screen for notes. These messages can give valuable hints about what to do to defeat the enemy, which I find very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. But it is something we will be taking into account. Okay, so right now, if I recall from the last part, we were hunting some goblins or something, not goblins, wretches from, yeah, for Yutsua. So, that is the mission we are focused on right now. You enter a large workshop. It is full of old tools, rusty, dented, and heavily used. Not all wretches are foolish creatures, and one of the smarter ones has been working hard with stolen equipment and materials. The wretch in question is in the large alcove to the east, protected by guards, mines, and turrets. A heavy tool belt hangs from his wrist. He points a bent wrench at you and howls, "Intruder! Foolish human! Intruder in the workshop of Vlatmos. You are here to help test my toys, yes? Please. So please. I'm here to drive you out, wretch." "No! Humans drive out wretches no more. Avadon gone and we have your tools and tricks. You are to help. I need to test my toys and the wretches always run away now." He points at the dead wretches on the floor. "So hard to test. Now you will help me. Too late for you to beg. Kill the intruder." Oh man, I wish I was able to get close enough to actually do some stuff. Okay, well that was a quick kill of those wretches. Okay, well at least the turrets don't have to be next to those snare mines in order to disarm them. Okay, the turrets I have summoned are too far now, but that's alright. Blotmos puts his grimy fingers in his mouth and whistles a single long note. Come, my pets, come! Blotmos falls to the ground, his tools making a considerable amount of sound as they strike the stone floor. He gasps, Curse! Curse you, humans! Thought I could destroy last. Girl. He chokes and dies. You wonder who helped the wretches to obtain and use such dangerous equipment. The rebels have another crime to answer for. Okay, so yeah. We'll level those up. Oh dang, got a bunch of lockpicks here. Chance to parry. And we can put that on him. Alright, well, so much for him being able to summon pets. I mean, he didn't have any backup there. Ah, whatever. Alright, well, we did answer Yutsua's call there. So, let's head back over to Rock Ridge. I slew the Tinker, commander of the wretches. A Tinker, you say? These wretches, when aided, can become quite clever and dangerous indeed. She gives you a pouch of silver coins. A modest reward, perhaps, but only the beginning. If you wish to continue hunting, I know good grounds for it. What else? Who else would you like me to hunt? Soldiers, our own, taken by the humanoids in the prior assault. They have foolishly asked for a ransom. We will instead send them death. The ogres in question hold 2 of our scouts. Their lair, we believe, is north of the lumber camp where you slew the wretches. Go, kill our foes, and rescue the prisoners if you can. The ogre lair is hidden. It is concealed, well enough to keep us from finding it thus far. Wander the paths north of the lumber camp. With good fortune, you will find them. Beware, ogres are far more dangerous and wily than wretches. Your soldiers are prisoners. Why don't you just pay the ransom? Because we are the Pact. We do not negotiate with Farlanders. We crush them. If there is one lesson we should learn from the resolve of Avadon, it is that. Okay. Wait, do I have enough money to buy furniture for the house now? Think about it. Okay, so nothing in the inn. That farmhouse is haunted. Sasania laughs. Oh, not you too. I thought you hands were supposed to be made of sterner stuff. I like to buy furniture for my house. Her face lights up. Wonderful. Business has been so bad lately. I was beginning to worry. How about a solid wood 4-poster bed fit for Redbeard himself? I can make some sturdy wooden shelves for you. When you retire, you'll have somewhere to display all your hard-earned books, trophies, and treasures. I'm sure you'll have many interesting visitors, perhaps Redbeard himself. No adventurous home is complete without a feasting table and chairs. I'd like a fancy bed, please. Great, I'll get to work on that, and it should be in your farmhouse in a few days. I like the shelving, please. Great, I'll get to work on it, and it should be in your farmhouse in a few days. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can sell some stuff real quick. Yes, and go back and buy the last of what she offered. I like the table and chairs, please. Okay, so now that we paid for that, we'll check out the house in a few days, and or a few end-game days. I don't know how much time passes here, but we will check out the house later, see what changes are made. At least we gave her some business, though, right? I am curious to see what's up here, but let's just focus on our main mission over here. The pathway you are following ends abruptly at a wall of brambles and thick undergrowth. You suspect that you might be near the hidden camp Monitor Yutsua told you about. You begin to search for a concealed pathway through the dense foliage. The trick Silky thought you come in handy. You find a narrow tunnel through the thorny vines. It only takes a few minutes to clear away the dead branches that conceal the pathway. Monitor Yutsua was correct. There is indeed a hidden camp of ogres here. Their heavy tracks and trademark piles of filth and bones are unmistakable. You see no immediate signs of the captured soldiers. The bones appear to all be from animals and not humans, so you suppose that's a good sign. Oh, dang it. I should have actually... Ah, annoying, I can't reach target that way. What do you mean combat will continue? I'm not nowhere near anybody. Iron broadsword, steel breastplate. I'll hang on to this armor, although I don't need it. We'll do that. We'll do that and that. Well, why did my salamander disappear? Is it because I ended combat and it lost turns? I don't even know. Alright, wait till they get closer and then we'll do a lot more damage here. Yep, took out both of them now. Alright, so let's take out these turrets now. Grab those. Overseer Crack Marrow. Wow. Belt of Battle. Oh yeah, we're definitely putting that on her then. And it still doesn't encumber her, thankfully. Okay, I don't care for the scroll lightning. Speaking of shield, now that I think about it, we could put it on him. Okay, that at least that doesn't encumber him, but that does give him more defense. There are several prisoners here, pack soldiers securely bound to posts by the wall. They are hungry, beaten, and understandably pleased to see you. You untie them right away. They rub their wrists and look for something they can use as weapons. One says, "What a relief! The ogres were saying that they should eat us before we got any thinner. How did you get captured?" "We got cut off when the rebels attacked. They were heading to Rockridge Keep, weren't they? Is the fort intact?" You reassure them that it is. "Have you seen any sign of Silky?" "Silky was lost? That is terrible news. We've seen or heard nothing. You should go back to the keep. The path is clear." "Don't need to tell us twice." They take a few weapons from the dead ogres and rush for the exit. Okay. So all in a good day's work there, taking care of ogres. We do need to stop by the Avadon pylon though, so we can recharge his vitality at least before we head over to the next area that I want to explore. I freed your prisoners, and they returned safely and are even now being given medical care and debriefed. All here are grateful for your aid. She leaves the hall and returns shortly after with the barbed spear. It is a beautiful piece of workmanship. Just the sort of thing I would use in my days stalking the shadows, but those are long lost, so here you are. She gives you the spear. With our thanks. Anything else I can do for you? She inspects you, gives it some thought, and shakes her head. Perhaps when you have more experience. Not quite yet. Okay, well, I don't use spears anyway, so we'll just eventually sell that, even though that is a good weapon. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all we needed to do in that area. Check real quick, though. If you need to be reminded where quests are, it will show on the map. So it looks like we have nothing here. We have nothing at Rockridge. Alright, so the Cava Riverlands are good, although I did want to stop by the pylon anyway. And recharge. And the next place we will head to is going to actually be... This is where we need to go for the main mission, but first we are going to travel to Blackwood here. And we do have one quest here, the Wandering Eye. After several days of hard hiking, you finally reach the western pass of the Blackwood. This tangled, shadowy expanse of twisted trees and stunted vegetation clogs the valleys of this mountain range. As you would expect, these twisted paths and ravines are a natural refuge for brigands, rebels, and pests of all sorts. Silky warned you early on to avoid coming here if you ever could, and then you became a hand of Avadon, and now you are here. It's cool and quiet. Birdsong is the only sound. A fresh breeze blows through the valley. Perhaps its reputation as a brigand's dream is overstated. Okay, so far just regular pests we can take care of. Dang, I'm gaining a ton of levels just by doing all this alone right now. I know Kalita's taking a lot of damage, but she is a good tank for that reason, so I have no complaints. Alright, we'll level this. And let's do... this and this. Okay, so there is a path right here. More of these monitor lizards. It is what it is, though. Every little bit helps, so as far as XP goes. Oh, I just realized that they have the ability to slow down. Interesting. Steel shield. We'll put this on Kalita. Alright, before we go up any ladders and stuff like that, I do want to explore down here more. Oh, we found 2 ogres. You know what, you have your pets, I can summon mine too. Okay, that would be good on Yannick whenever I have the chance to re-equip people. Okay, that was the ladder we came in through. So let's go up the other way instead. I want to see where that leads. I guess you don't have to like explore every single bit of an area, but at the same time, I still like it anyway for XP. Okay, what's over here? This ravine expands into a clearing. There is a courtyard surrounded by large totems. It's not a ruin, everything looks recently built. However, there are no signs, guards, or other marks of habitation. There is something in the air, though, a presence, an energy that makes your hair stand on end. Someone is living here and they have defenses. You suddenly feel dizzy. Everything around you grows fuzzy. You reach for your weapon, but your hand doesn't seem to be responding properly. And then, moments later, you are somewhere else. Reality returns to normal, leaving you with nothing but some nasty nausea. Interesting. Though this camp is empty, the fire is still going. The coals are still hot. A bowl and some cutlery are resting on a mat. Their owner might still be nearby. Oh, I see somebody there. Crucio Wrap. Okay, that would be good on Kalita. Hey, get back here. I want to talk to you. There is a filthy warrior wandering these woods. You can tell he is a man of the Cava. He wears the armor of a pack soldier, scratched and stained by a long journey through the woods and hills. He is a deserter at best. The moment he sees you, he jumps back and draws his blade. Stop there, soldier. I got no quarrel with you. You go your way, I go mine. That's the best way this can end. What is your name? He spits. Don't want any conversation. I'm not looking for a friend. Just keeping to myself out here. You do the same. Nice armor. He looks down at it. It's splattered with mud and mire, and the few speckles of blood, some of them fresher than others. It's mine. Made to fit me in happier days. Didn't steal it, if that's what you're saying. What are you doing out here? Minding my own business. Staying alive. Not a brigand. How about a deserter? No such thing. You got no proof. I don't have to talk to you. I'm moving on. He walks away. Not so fast. I'm looking for someone named Dymas. He thinks. Mage, right? She was a crazy one. Met her wandering the woods. Then she hid in the ruins south of here. Tried to visit, but there were horrors all around. Surprised me. She didn't seem so crazy. I kept away. I'm looking for someone named Karim. The Blade Master's eyes light up. He stands up straight and gives you a knowing smile. Karim, eh? Well, I'm Karim. Been expecting you. I'm ready to deal with you. I found you at last, murderer. You draw your weapon. Karim barely has time to say, murderer? No, wait, I'm not. Before you can attack. The Blade Master raises his blade to defend himself. The Blade Master collapses to the ground, mortally wounded. He moans, "I'm not Karim. Truly, I'm not. A deserter. No more. Why did you claim you were?" He coughed up some blood. The convulsions caused him considerable pain. "Met him. Here. He paid. Said was smuggler. Said you'd," he coughs, "would look for him. Said I could trade. And where is he?" Said, "West. Corruption. Never find. There." You wait to see what else he's going to say. Then he closed his eyes. He's gone. At least he wasn't a deserter. He deserves some sort of punishment. Well, that's what happens when you work with criminals. Okay. Ah, dang it. I can't even wear these yet because Khalil's not strong enough to wear them without being encumbered. So we'll still hang on to them though, because they do offer a good bonus. Okay, maybe that part will come into play sometime later, but we clearly cannot get to it now. Alright, we do have the Wandering Eye down here, but let's continue just exploring the area, scouting out. Okay, I see some wretches over there, but let's just loot up for now. I'm also trying to do my best to not rely on turrets immediately, because I don't want to plummet Malik's vitality right now, in case we do get like a crazy encounter here soon. Okay, we will do that. Do that and that. Is she strong enough to wear these greaves now, though? Okay, yes, she is. Thank goodness. Okay, how do I get to that section there with the quest? This clearing contains fascinating ruins. There are worn stone windows dotting the east cliff face. Cliff people used to live here, and a pair of rotten wooden doors allow entrance to the homes they burrowed into the dirt and rock. The natives who lived here are gone, and they have been gone for a long time. There is someone living here, though. The tracks are fresh. Whether human or humanoid, you aren't sure, though one pair is noticeably larger than all the others. Dedrick is fascinated by the cliff dwellings. The Wild Realm has not known cliff people for 2 centuries. The tales are murky. Many died. The rest emerged and joined the folk of the woods. And, stories aside, they probably weren't all cannibals. Ooh, duly noted then. Oh, we got attacked by a ghoul stalker immediately, though. But this is where we have the quest for the Wandering Guy, so we will get that done. But I'm going to save the game right here and see y'all with the next part of Let's Play.